CZs, wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing hate to say. Let them talk about it. My whole crew is on.
It's week 9 of the National Football League, and we've got C.J. Stroud. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Texans and the Jets, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans. Well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past week, it all leads up to these next 4 quarters.
It's suspenseful now, Brandon, but once that ball is kicked, that thought will go out the window. From then on, it's just time to execute and fight for a win.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Throwing is Rodgers. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Take a look at the defense for these Texans. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And some room to work. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Now Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. That's to Cook out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 and 3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Got to get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They'll keep it on the ground. Rich. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And the Texans first down.
Up the middle they go. Rich. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You talk about this Jets defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth, and they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff them.
So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss last week. You thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well. And he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Well, a fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moving.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. They'll run on first down. Rich, and bulldozing his way through. And he's got this down to the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw brought in by Austin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That is caught by Dell. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here goes Stroud again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Christian Harris in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On second down now, Rich, and he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Open man is Duvernay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Houston.
Now a handoff up the middle. Rich. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, Rich. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, Rich. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Throwing now is Stroud. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain it.
That is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Calvin Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to widen their advantage. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
That's good.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. McCole Hardman. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Catch made right side by Wilson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 37-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Going right back to Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Completes it to Hardman. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4 is now 2nd and 6.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and 6 now from the 26. Rodgers going to throw. That's complete right side to Lazard. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Gonzalez's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the dog pound. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Wan'Dale Robinson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The former Tar Heel, Sam Howell, with a touchdown pass. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
On second down, it's Stroud. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Stroud on third down now. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That third down conversion good for 23.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Rich, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Now Stroud. That is caught by Dell. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31. Stroud working out of the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
What's good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes The quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone that was in the wrong spot for the QB.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Rich, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2.
The 35-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Harris able to record his 5th sack of the season. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front. And that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. 2nd down and 6 now. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Rodgers.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively.
willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
A 43-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Texans to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Rich. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Wilson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down. 50. Hey, you block over here. At the 34-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14.
14-yard line.
Hey, 26.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Throwing is Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 3-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Houston set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts there.
They have to be aggressive here.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Stroud. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Back to throw. Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
To throw is Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Nicole Hardman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken a 4th quarter lead. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
So Stroud and the Texans down 24-21. A minute 4 on the clock. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it up. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Rodgers to throw. Out right, he's got Rucker. And he will have a Jets 1st down, and that should just about do it. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. That was was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Jets, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.
Touchdown in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me.